Thanks, listeners, for joining us. It is a day that we get to find out all about our business here in Northeastern Nevada. Of course, your business, our business, all the businesses that we want to support. It's the Elko Area Chamber CEO, Billie Crapo, in studio to bring us up to date. Billie, always fabulous to see you.
Always fabulous to see you as well, Lori. I'm always excited to come over and get to visit with you.
Well, thank you. We have a big slate of events and activities and things that the community can just jump right in. I don't know about you, but does it feel like things are ramping up quite a bit in the last couple of months?
Absolutely. I think there's so many things going on and people are excited about being out and doing the things and attending events. I guess the Pumpkin Festival this weekend was amazing. Katie bought 51 pallets of pumpkins and sold out. So they went through all the pumpkins. All the vendors had a great time, great show, sold lots of things. So I'm seeing a lot of changes in the community and people out there spending and shopping and supporting local. So that always makes me really happy.
Yes.
And this past week we had so many people in town because of the eclipse. So it was crazy. People from other countries were coming to Elko to see the eclipse, and hotels were sold out, restaurants were full. It was beautiful.
And then they were all gone. Mm-hmm. And then it just sort of disappeared.
Yeah, we had on Friday, we keep track of the visitors and guests that come through the door, and on Friday we had like 64 people, all for the eclipse.
Wow.
Information, wanting classes, wanting to, where's the best places, where's, what's happening, what events are happening, where do we go to eat, where do we stay? Hotels were full. It was just a wonderful, wonderful week.
Yeah, only if all weekends could be that busy, frankly.
Exactly.
That would be super cool. And California Trail Center, they had over 1,000 people for their event. Yeah.
Yeah. The park was full. There was just people all over town.
Yeah, it was neat. I stood on the sidewalk with neighbors because I was one of those people saying, oh, should I go to yoga? Should I go to this? And I just couldn't decide. And so by the time indecisive, too many choices, walked outside, saw my neighbors and said, oh, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch it with my neighbors.
Yeah.
So we all stood up with their glasses.
Yeah. Steve and I actually just pulled our lawn chairs out into our driveway, had perfect view of it.
Exactly.
We had some eclipse mimosas and It was wonderful.
Yep, exactly.
And the same thing, the neighbors were all out. So it was just kind of like a little neighborhood block party.
Yep, that works too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Billie Crapo is our chamber CEO, and among the many events that the chamber hosts is something called Business After Hours.
Yeah, and we're really excited about tonight. Elko Federal Credit Union is going to be hosting the event. They've hosted it in the past, but this is the first time in their new building with their new CEO. If you guys haven't had the opportunity to meet Todd Sorensen, he is amazing.
Yes.
He is so community oriented. He's doing all the things. He's sponsoring stuff. He's attending things. He's just out there doing, giving, and being a huge part of this community. And he is really excited to have you guys come tonight.
5:30, and that is Come As You Are. And again, you can just, if you have such a thing as business cards, you can bring those or some raffles you can enter into.
Absolutely. And they have different raffles from some of the different businesses in the community that have donated, or they have a lot of different Elko Federal. He's did a lot of Yeti stuff with wine glasses and all kinds of things. He's really proud of all of the stuff that he has done. The Star will be catering and doing the bar as well. So we have the Star there, so you can have wonderful Star appetizers and meet a lot of different people. And so we're really excited for everything that's going on over at Elko Federal. They've worked really hard on updating their websites and their online banking and the different loans and projects and programs that they have going. So stop in, free and open to the public. Come and see what the Elko Federal is about. Come and see what the chamber is about, and just have an appetizer and a drink on us.
Yep, Elko Federal Credit Union is located in the Elko Junction Shopping Center, and if you're looking for sort of a landmark business, they're just down from the Shiloh Inn. So if that helps you locate it, from 5:30 to 7, you don't have to be a chamber member, but you're probably going to want to be after this mixer and several other events that generate enthusiasm in the community. So very cool. That'll be tonight. Oh, that should get people tuned up to just in time for either and. You can do both through this weekend, but Ghost Tours, Downtown Business Association, and that'll be at 6. And then Great Basin College is hosting another night of Macbeth.
Absolutely. So we have some great things going on, great arts, great entertainment. So I will be at Business After Hours tonight, but then on Saturday and Sunday, I will be serving wine at the Ghost Tour. So I'm volunteering down there. So I will be at the stage door and at the Stockman's serving.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. And last I heard, there were some tickets sold out, but I think those might be for next weekend. So go online, elkodba.com, I think is where you get tickets, or Elko Downtown?
It's elkodowntown.org.
Okay.
And you can get tickets online there. My understanding is this week Saturday is sold out. Last I heard there was one ticket available for Friday, but there's still tickets available for tonight and all 3 of the shows next weekend.
All right. So don't miss out on your chance to enjoy some terrific local talent interpreting these actual tales from Elko's past and on location at those various businesses. And that ticket price, by the way, comes with hors d'oeuvres and some limited cocktails or drinks.
Absolutely. And then you get to have Jan Peterson lead you as well. And she's just our iconic Ghost Tour lady. So the stories and the things that she knows is awesome.
She's the Grand Marshal of the Nevada Day Parade.
I shared that on Facebook. I'm so proud of her.
Did.
Yes,
yeah.
Because so deserving.
Yes, I'm glad that she let them, because she said, "Oh, they must have run out of people." I said, "No, this is long overdue."
She just doesn't like the praise, but
yeah,
she does great things for our community.
She really does, and has for decades. She and her whole family, and I suggested. I said, "I don't think you're a convertible kind of gal. I kind of hope they get either a covered wagon or a buggy for her.
Something which would be matching. Absolutely, it would.
Yeah, she's from Pioneer stock for sure. So other things. Obviously, you brought a list today, and I want to make sure we get everything in on that.
A lot of things, but last month I kind of threw out that I had a new employee coming, but I couldn't say because she had to give her notice. But I'm super excited to say that Katie Ashley has returned to the chamber. She's been gone for a little over a year, and she's now back. So I am super excited. She's coming back in a different role. She was the visitor center front desk for when she was with me before, but now she's coming back, and she is my membership coordinator, and she's already came in and is doing an amazing job. Fantastic. It's like she was never gone. My team is complete again, and it's just so nice. And so I'm really, really excited to have Katie back in our team. I now have 2 Katies and 1 Megan. And I told Megan that she would have to be a Katie, and she said, "Why don't they be Megans?" And I'm like,
that's a perfect Megan response.
This is a perfect Megan response. So of course, Katie and Megan are both involved with Silver Stage Players, and so they were both in Poe. If you guys had the opportunity to see them, so I have 2 actors in my midst.
Yes.
So, and I got maybe I have a lot of drama. I don't know, but those girls are fantastic.
They know how to channel that drama.
Yes.
And we love Katie. Everybody loves Katie. So it is fantastic. She's back on the team. Silver Stage Players does have their membership meeting at the chamber on Saturday.
On Saturday.
Yeah.
And so it'll just be upstairs. So if you're interested in knowing more about Silver Stage Players and meet their members and their board, I think
1 to 3.
1 to 3.
Like that? Okay. That rings
and it's
a bell.
A soup and sandwich. So they'll have food for you and drink, and so upstairs at the chamber. So yeah, please join them if you're interested at all in the arts. And my other Katie that works at the front, her dad is involved in it now, and so Irv Moore, he was imposed, but he met through the chamber, and he came to a membership meeting and has continued on and has joined and is fantastic with it as well.
I think Hollywood will be calling Irv because, Sam Elliott's going to be retiring eventually.
I know.
So, step right up. Yes,
so
he's fantastic.
He is fantastic.
Yeah.
And so we have a lot of connections with Silver Stage at the chamber.
Nice. Of course, checking in with Chamber CEO Billie Crapo, our extraordinary leader in chamber news, events, happenings, and in fact, so much participation and enthusiasm about our business economy, our local businesses, Billie, that you have a jam-packed slate of candidates seeking positions on your board.
I do. I'm really excited. Our board elections the ballots will come out tomorrow to our chamber members, and then later this afternoon, their bios and headshots will be available on elkonevada.com, so you can go learn about the candidates that are running. I have 7 seats available with 11 people running right now. But yeah, I'm really excited about the interest and the commitment that people have, not just to the chamber, but to our community as well. Right now I have Jamie Donovan with Orla Mining. Jamie has actually sat on the chamber board before with Nevada Gold Mines and has sat on the exec board. So she already has that connection with the chamber, but she's with Orla Mining now. Dr. Josh Byers, who is a board member right now. Haley Bamsberger with Indigo, and she's also one of my board members at this present time, but she's running for re-election. I have Alyssa Wood with Nevada Gold Mines, Matt Miller with Kinross, and Matt is also a board member with the chamber right now and has been a huge asset to our organization. Amanda Ferguson with Sandvik. I have Jessica Minton with Nevada Urethane, so a small business owner. I have Casey Ortiz with the Elko Veteran Corps. I'm really excited about Casey because she is a nonprofit and does events as well. And so she fits in. She's also one of our ambassadors at the chamber right now. Karen Fenning with Coach USA. Kitty Nash with Global One Media. Joe Brown with Coldwell Banker Excel. And so I have this really great diverse group that wants to be part of this community. And most of them, you'll see in your bios, it's been they want to be a part of the community. They want to help the community, and no better way to do that than through the chamber.
And Billie, it's great to see this mix of both veteran leaders from the business community, some newcomers who are stepping up. I mean, that really does make a good representation, and it helps you guiding your staff and your decisions.
Absolutely, because the board is really key in helping me make those decisions. They let me do my job. They let me do what I need to do, but to come back and, make those decisions and make sure the financials are in order and all of those kind of things, it's nice to have a strong board behind you.
Yep. So look for more on that. Oh, we should mention that chamber members are the only ones who can participate in the election, though, right?
Yes, correct.
Yes. Okay. And so that's another incentive, if you've not yet considered chamber membership, to know that you'll be able to fully participate. Most chamber events and activities are open to the public, but there are a select few that are for chamber members.
Absolutely. And so we'll start the election tomorrow on the 20th, and then it'll end on November 9th. So there's a good chunk of time for people to learn who the candidates are and make that mindful decision.
Yep, it's important. Mindful is key, and you'll probably meet many of these candidates, if not all, at the chamber function tonight, Business After Hours, at the Elko Federal Credit Union.
Yes, so please come. And if you're a chamber member, please take the time to vote. It is important, and your vote really does matter.
Yeah, especially with that many candidates who are hopefuls and seeking those positions. So what else you got on your list, Billie?
So right now we are working on our Shop and Win. So we always do our Christmas promotions. I know it's Thanksgiving, but not even Thanksgiving yet, but I'm going to throw it out there. So starting on Black Friday, November 24th through December 18th, for every $25 you spend at one of our participating businesses, chamber member businesses, you'll get a ticket to put in for a raffle. And on the 20th, we will be giving in different increments $5,000 in chamber checks away to the community. So it's just our way to get those dollars back out into the community and help support our chamber member businesses. And so the top winner will win $1,000 in chamber checks, and then it'll go down from there. There will be 27 different winners for this event. So down to $100 in chamber checks, but $100 is still great. So, so definitely. So every time you go to a business, you get a ticket for each $25 that you spend at that local business. So we have that going on, and then we do we'll be doing our Shop Local chamber check purchase promotion as well. We really encourage people to purchase chamber checks for gifts during the holidays. I know the mines purchase a lot of them for their businesses, so we see a lot of dollars out in the community in our chamber check program. But I highly encourage, if you're confused about what to buy somebody, get them chamber checks. There's hundreds of businesses that they can spend these at. My mailman, Marv, always gets chamber checks, so it's those kind of things. Your hairdresser, different things. You can give them chamber checks instead of just a gift card to a certain store, and then they have a different choice of where they spend this. So,
and it's nice, Billie, because these chamber members, it's not just for stuff or things or items, it can be for services.
It can be for services. You can buy propane with it. You can pay for doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, different things like that as well. You can get gas, you can get groceries. So whatever you need. And right now with inflation, it's sometimes hard to buy groceries even. So you can use them at all the grocery stores in the community as well. And so it really is a great gift. We're at almost $12 million that we've kept in the community with this program in 20 years. So we're very proud of it. And I think it's a great program.
Yep, it's another incentive for chamber membership, too. The chamber checks are exchanged dollar for dollar. It doesn't cost participating businesses. It's simply a way to encourage shopping locally.
Yes. And so that's exactly what it was started for. Like I said, 20 years ago in 2002 is when it started. And it's just continued to grow. In the last couple of years, it has really grown. And the mines have stepped up and they do a lot of purchasing and they give a lot of incentives and different things like that. Kinross started their boot voucher program through the chamber check program as well. And so they're averaging about $150,000 a year that they're doing in boot vouchers for their employees. And so it's just a great way to keep our dollars here.
Talking with our chamber CEO, Billie Crapo, here on Elko Live today. Again, in advance of the Business After Hours, which is a public event open to everybody, beginning at 5:30 at the Elko Federal Credit Union. Just come out and enjoy this mixer and meet some of the people that you've been hearing about on this radio show all this time, if you haven't done so yet. It's really a nice way to support local business and your hometown economy.
Absolutely. And the chamber also, we do lunch and learns every month. Our last one had to be canceled due to a family emergency, and so we will be getting that rescheduled and it was going to be on cybersecurity. So we will, as soon as possible, we will get that rescheduled. But in November, the Women in Mining Nevada chapter are going to be hosting an educational session up at the chamber focused on the mining industry, including a mining overview of benefits to the state, job opportunities, and updates from local mining companies. So that is free and open to the public. Just bring your own lunch and you can attend. Then that's on the 21st at noon at the chamber.
Oh, that's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
So for professionals of all different levels, I'm sure they'll find that really fascinating.
Yeah. And so right now we're going to put it out and then we're going to ask people to RSVP because we're not 100% sure if we will not need to move to a different location because we may need a larger location. So we're going to kind of get that out here shortly and kind of see if we need to have a larger venue. But we're really excited to have the Women in Mining chapter doing this class for us. They will be doing a whole big convention next year here in Elko, which is nice because it's going to bring about 500 women in the mining to our community. So that's more people that are staying in hotels and shopping and using the restaurants. So we always love it when bigger events happen in Elko that are bringing people from out of town.
Just like the recent NACO or whatever organization it might be. So contact Annette from the Elko Convention and Visitors Authority. She's your counterpart over there at that facility.
Yep. So they have a great facility over there. So we work hand in hand to do different things and encourage people to come into Elko. Tourism is huge and it's very important to our economy.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, and we are definitely getting to all your list items, but I happened to, I enjoyed a really neat opportunity yesterday. I went on a little road trip to Crescent Valley into Carlin with the librarians from Elko County Library.
Fun.
Yeah, and they were there to cut the ribbon on the fiber build-out, the broadband, from the Governor's Office of Technology. And I stopped in Carlin, and I got to visit their historical center there. Have you ever been?
I have not been there.
But Margaret Johnson, who sits on the Carlin City Council, she said, "Oh, you haven't been?" And Tammy Craycraft from the board of trustee, the library board, she was on the trip as well. Margaret grabbed her keys and took us over to tour the historical little center that they have developed as a community, Billie, since 2018, 150 years of Carlin history. And then she bought a house herself because she didn't didn't want to see it get torn down because so much Carlin history has been lost. It was just so cool to see how this community, Carlin, is coming together, because she said you wouldn't believe how many Chinese they have coming to Carlin now because of the 13 that were found there. They come every year. There's like a pilgrimage.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Isn't it cool? And they're just growing all these opportunities. And it started with such a small core group of people, including Ella Trujillo, who is also, Billie's nodding. She knows a lot of these people and these names. And yeah, Ella is a librarian right now in Carlin, but she's expanding her opportunities, and I'll let her talk more about that. It's going to be really neat to see us investing in more of these tourism attractions.
Yeah. The more there is, the more people it brings here.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, I don't think sometimes people grasp how important tourism is for our economy and for our community.
And preserving history, things that we've taken for granted.
Yes.
Telling those stories. So it's all coming together. Home means Nevada.
Yeah. Carlin is just such a great community in general. They come together, they support each other, they do all these amazing events out there. If you guys ever have an opportunity to attend some of their events, you need to. And they have the Spook Garden coming up pretty soon in October, at the end of October. So they do have some great things happening out there. I know they're raising money to build a splash pad for the kids out there. So yeah, Carlin, they take care of each other very well and support and come together. And so it's just their own little world out there, but it's a great place to be.
Yep. And they decided that they're not going to die. I mean, since the railroad sort of picked up and moved and centered more of their operations here in Elko, that was several years ago. But yeah, Carlin has definitely got the can-do. And if you're looking for a small community to make your home and to raise your kids in and, to invest in property, because they do have lots of opportunities for places that need to be fixed up.
Yes.
I mean, that's the reality. And they're trying to grow, but they're going to stick to it, and they're going to do it. So, yeah.
And you see new little businesses coming to town. Corey's was such a huge asset when they moved there.
Yes.
To have the Corey's grocery store was huge for the community. And so
when they lost Scott's, that was hard. And speaking of, I noticed Roberto's is one of your new chamber members.
Yes, they just joined the chamber as well.
And they're in Carlin too. Yeah.
They really wanted to be part of the chamber check program.
Yeah. Super cool.
Yeah.
So look at that. It brings us all back around. So chamber membership is not just the Elko proper area, it's throughout the region.
Yep. So we have, the last thing I just want to throw out there, because we have, we're changing the date a little bit. Normally our Christmas party is the third Thursday in December because we follow the business after hours. But the third Thursday this year is December 21st. And we had a lot of people that were like, oh, we're going to be out of town. The kids get out on the 20th. And so we have moved it. So it's going to be December 14th.
Perfect.
So it'll still be a Thursday, just the Thursday before, give more people the opportunity to attend. I'll have more information next month on it, but it's our annual Christmas party, our give back to our members. It's free food, free bar. We have raffles, we have auction. It's just a great time to get together. We get to use the antique gaming tables. So we have a little casino night. The winner gets chamber checks, of course, because we love to give away chamber checks. And so, we just want everybody to get that on their calendar, that it is going to be December 14th this year.
All right. And of course, it's at the Northeastern Nevada Museum.
And it's such a pleasure. And I hope that I think that people are starting to, but if you're thinking of an event, reach out to them, because they have a great facility. They have tables, they have sound systems, they have all the things that you need to have a wonderful event.
And even on the smallish side, which is nice because it's intimate, and you can, the Nevada Outdoor School, California Trail Interpretive Center, Sam from the Silver Dollar, these folks all got together and put on a really neat, the first ever Wild Nevada event, I think it was, the Scenic Film Festival. So that was cool.
Yeah. So they have great opportunity, great theater in there. And so take advantage of the museum.
Yeah. We have so many cool spaces, and I know Billie and I were talking about that. Elko's at the point, it's not a tipping point, but sometimes events can be closer. It seemed like they collide. Like I was telling everyone, no, you can go to Macbeth and support Ghost Tours, because Ghost Tours is 2 weekends, and they're just asking for one night from you from Macbeth. Although some of you will be like me and get lots of tickets because it's so cool. You want to go back. But try your best to support these small events, right, Billie?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's exciting to sometimes pack up the kids and go out of town and stuff like that. But honestly,
we have a lot of things.
Yeah. And you're going to get more for your money. You're going to be investing in your community. You know, I mean, by the time you start looking at those credit card bills that you rack up, if you're going out of town, I mean, it's just not going to be worth it, you know?
And like I said, there's some great entertainment, great arts, great restaurants, great places to be in this community. So,
well, and people are coming here because we have these things.
Yeah.
I'm helping organize an event for KNCC, 91.5. That's the, the morning, the public radio. I'm the morning edition host. As soon as we get all those things lined up, I'm learning new things over there too. But it's in the college campus, Billie, and that's one of the first things that the journalism school dean and the KUNR general manager said they're coming over November 17th or 15th for an event. And they said, oh, this is the food that we're requesting because they've been trying all the rest. They love Elko's restaurants. Yeah. They don't have the restaurants in Reno that we have.
They have a lot of chain restaurants
and
those kind of things. And we just have good local owned food that people and the visitors that come in, when we tell them, well, we don't have chain restaurants, this is what we have. And they're like, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for.
They don't want more Cisco packaged foods.
No. We have some great home cooking, and just some really great restaurants. And so it's a benefit. Yeah. People are really excited about great breakfasts in different places like that. So,
and look at the variety of food that we're getting, because we have Ode's Mediterranean,
which is delicious,
and we just tried the new Easy Thai Cafe. We have Thai food in Elko now
as well. So we have teppanyaki, so we have different things there.
Japanese grill.
So we have some great Mexican restaurants. We have some hometown coffee mug
machis,
those kind of things that we have. Some great food in this town.
Oh yeah, Cooks, Luciano's. Oh my gosh, we should. I mean, McAdoo's.
I mean, how do you not list them all? Because the food in this town is really actually great.
Yep, and people are looking for those experiences. So before you pack up the kids for an Olive Garden, which okay, but still, you can go to Luciano's.
Exactly.
Yeah. So. I hope we got to everything you were hoping to today, Billie.
Yeah, definitely. Just want to remind everybody, the DBA Snowflake Festival is coming up on December 9th. And so we will be having, they're looking for vendors for downtown. They'll have vendors. We will be having the cookie crawl.
Jan said they got 12,000 cookies.
We have 12,000 cookies ordered. And we also have the Parade of Lights, of course. So if you want to go on elkodowntown.org. You can sign up for everything on there. We will be having Santa's workshop over at the Lostras building in their little warehouse. And so we'll have pictures with Santa and other different games and vendors that the kids different games that they can play with local businesses as well, win prizes. So I think it's going to be a great event. I'm looking forward to it. We'll have, of course, the Cocoa Cottage with Naughty and Nice Cocoa. And so it'll be going on from 12 to 5 downtown. The parade will start at 5:30, so I hope everybody can come out with their families. But if you are a vendor, if you want to have a booth, just like I said, elkodowntown.org, and you can go on there and sign up.
Billie, thanks so much for all the great reminders of all the fun things that we have to do this season. I know you'll be back about the same time next month.
Yes.
So in the meantime, take good care. And we always look forward to chatting with you, and so happy that you have all your staff reunited. Everybody's back together. It's the gang at the chamber.
It is. Thanks, Lori.
Thank you, listeners, for joining us today here on Elko Live on KELK.